Hello students. So in this series of important questions, we are discussing 2-mark questions. So we'll discuss few important questions in this video. Okay. So this is question number 14 of this series. If A complement is given as -2, 3, 1, 2 and B is given as -1, 0, 1, 2, then we have to find A plus 2B. A is matrix and B is matrix, correct? Given matrix. So B have to find complement. A plus 2B complement we have to find. So first I will find A plus 2B, correct? So how we'll find A plus 2B? First we need to find A. A transpose is given, correct? A transpose is given -2, 3, 1, 2. So we can find A. We can find A easily, correct? A I can write as -2, 1, 3, 2, correct? Correct. Row and column will exchange. First column will become first row and second column will become second row, correct? So I will use this A here. So using this A plus 2B. A means -2, 1, 3, 2 plus 2 into B. B is given. This is not A. This is A complement A transpose, correct? Okay. So we have to find A first. So A will be -2, 1, 3, 2, correct? Okay. And B is given. This is B. So you have to take care. It is A transpose or B, correct? So you have to take care. So B is -1, 0, 1, 2, correct? Okay. So this you know how to do. First I will multiply this 2 in this matrix, correct? So first matrix will be as it is -2, 1, 3, 2 and second 2 will multiply to each element of the matrix. 2 into -1 will be -2 and 2 into 0 will be 2, 2 into 1 will be 2, 2 into 2 will be 4. So after addition I can write as, I will do directly -2 plus -2. So -2 -2, correct? Or I will write -2 -2 and this will be 1 plus 0. So 1 plus 0 we discussed in last video also, correct? 3 plus 2. So 3 plus 2. Then 2 plus 4. Corresponding element you will add, correct? So this will be -2 -2 is -4, correct? And 1 plus 0 is 1. 3 plus 2 is 5. 2 plus 4 is 6, correct? So -4, 1, 5, 6. We got A plus 2B. Now we have to find A plus 2B transpose, correct? So A plus 2B transpose will be this matrix transpose -4, 1, 5, 6. -4, 1, 5, 6, correct? And transpose of this. Transpose symbol is this also or this also. Both are same only, correct? So transpose. So -4, 1, 5, 6. So what you will do? You will interchange the rows and column. First column will become first row. So -4, 5 and second column will become second row, 1, 6, correct? So this will be your answer. -4, 5, 1, 6, correct? This will be your final answer. Simple question it was, but you have to practice this type of question more so that mistake will not happen in exam. Okay. So now we'll move to the question number 15. Prove that the matrix is a symmetric matrix. Symmetric matrix concept I discussed in like previous videos also, in 1-mark video, correct? Symmetric matrix means a matrix A is called symmetric if A is equal to A transpose or A transpose is equal to A. Transpose symbol is T also, or you can give like this also, correct? So A transpose is equal to A, then I will say matrix is a symmetric matrix, correct? So we have to prove that matrix is symmetric. So A matrix is given. So what I will find first? First I will find A transpose and I will check that both are same or not. So A transpose means this matrix row will become column and column will become row. So matrix I will write once 1. A matrix is 1 minus 1 5 minus 1 2 1 and then 5 1 3. Transpose of this, correct? So transpose means I will interchange the rows and column. So first column will become first row. So 1 minus 1 5. I am writing in row, correct? First column will become first row, correct? So 1 minus 1 5. Second column will become second row. So minus 1 2 1. Second column became second row, correct? Now similarly third column will become third row. So 5 1 3. So first column became first row, second column became second row, and third column became third row. Now I will check. This is A transpose and this is A. Now compare that both are same or not. So when you will say that A transpose is equal to A, when corresponding elements are same. So you will check corresponding element means this one corresponding element, yes, same, this same, 5 5 minus 1 2 2 1 1. So when you will check like corresponding elements, then you will find that corresponding element are same. 1 minus 1 5 1 minus 1 5 minus 1 2 1 minus 1 2 1 5 1 3 5 1 3. So both are same. So since A transpose is equal to A, so I can say that A is symmetric matrix. Proved. A is symmetric matrix. Proved. Correct? Okay. So this type of question, one more type of question they can ask also, like on skew symmetric matrix, like that question also I will discuss. So prove that a matrix A is given as, prove that matrix A, I will write in question in short, 0 1 minus 1 minus 1 0 1 1 minus 1 0. This matrix is given, A matrix is given, and you have to prove that A is a skew symmetric matrix. Skew symmetric matrix. Okay. So when a matrix will be skew symmetric concept is if A transpose is equal to minus A, then matrix will call skew symmetric. Symmetric, then A transpose is equal to A. A skew symmetric means A transpose will be minus A. Correct? Okay. Then a matrix will be skew symmetric. So I will check. A is given. So first I will find A transpose. A transpose will be, again, first row will become first column. So I am writing directly in this question. 0 minus 1 1. Second row will become second column will become second row. So 1 0 minus 1. Similarly third column will become third row. So minus 1 0 minus 1 1 0. Correct? So A transpose, this is A. So we have to find A transpose is equal to minus A. Now I will find minus A. So this is A. Now here I am finding minus A. So minus A means minus will be multiplied to each element. Like to every element you will multiply minus 0. Then minus 0 will be 0 only. Then minus 1. And then minus 1 will become 1. So just you have to change the sign. So I am changing directly. Correct? And second row will be minus 1 0 1. So minus, if I will multiply, then 1 0 minus 1 1 0 minus 1. In third row again I will multiply minus, then minus 1 1 0 minus 1 1 0. Now compare this A transpose and minus A and check that both are same or not. Okay, so if you will compare, then first row is same. Correct? When you will compare second row, then obviously it is same. Second row means each element you will compare. Okay, each element you will compare. Correct? So each element when you will compare, then you found that both are same. So you will write, since A transpose is equal to minus A, then A is a skew symmetric matrix. A is skew symmetric matrix. Skew symmetric matrix proved. Okay, skew symmetric matrix proved. Correct. So both type of question we discussed. If they will ask symmetric, just a matrix, whatever the matrix is given, just you have to check. In symmetric, A transpose will be A, and in skew symmetric, A transpose will be minus A. And these are some short question which you will get. One question you will get definitely, either in 2 marks or 3 marks. Okay, but you will get definitely. Okay. Now we'll come to the next question. Question number 16. So what is this question? A matrix is given as cos alpha minus sin alpha, cos alpha, and A plus A transpose. This is again transpose symbol only. A plus A transpose is equal to I. I means identity matrix. Identity matrix, you know, if I will talk about identity matrix in 2 order, this is second order, correct? So in second order, 1, 0, 0, 1. Apart from diagonal element, every element will be 0 and diagonal element will be 1. Okay, so this is the identity matrix of order 2. If order 3, then again the same thing, correct? Diagonal element will be 1, rest element will be 0. But here we are discussing about 2 order matrix. So in 2 order matrix, identity matrix will be this 1, 0, 0, 1. Okay, so this I means nothing but 1, 0, 0, 1. So we have to find the value of alpha. Alpha means this angle. This angle we have to find, correct? So this angle we have to find. So question is clear. Now question is, this A matrix is given, so I am not writing again. Okay, so A plus A transpose is given as I. I will use this symbol. Okay, in question it is given, but I will use this symbol because I have it of this, correct? So A transpose. So first I will find A plus A transpose, and then I will equate with I. Correct. So since this is given, okay, this is given. So first I need to find the left side matrix, then I will compare with right side matrix. Then only we can find the value of alpha. Correct. So A is given. So A transpose will be A transpose I am writing here. A transpose will be, just I will interchange the rows and column. First column will become first row. So it will become cos alpha sin alpha. Correct. And second column will become second row. Second row means minus sin alpha cos alpha. First column will become first row, and just column and rows will interchange. Now I will find A plus A transpose. So A plus A transpose means A matrix is cos alpha minus sin alpha. I will add, correct, both matrix I have now, so I will add these two, plus A transpose. A transpose is nothing but cos alpha sin alpha minus sin alpha cos alpha. Correct. Now I will add this. So if I will add, so similarly corresponding element will get added. Correct. So cos alpha plus cos alpha will become 2 cos alpha. Cos alpha plus cos alpha will become 2 cos alpha. Minus sin alpha plus sin alpha. Minus sin alpha plus sin alpha will become 0. So I am writing directly 0. Correct. Similarly, sin alpha plus of minus sin alpha. So sin alpha minus sin alpha will become 0. Correct. And cos alpha plus cos alpha will be 2 cos alpha. 2 cos alpha. Correct. So this will be A plus A transpose is this. Correct. Now A plus A transpose is equal to I. It means, since you will write, since A plus A transpose is equal to I. So left side matrix we found A plus A transpose. A plus A transpose is 2 cos alpha 0 0 2 cos alpha. Correct. 2 cos alpha 0 and 0 2 cos alpha. Correct. And right side I means identity matrix. So identity matrix, just I told 1 0 0 1. Now two matrices are same, so it means corresponding elements will be same. So this 2 cos alpha will be equal to 1. Corresponding elements will be same. So 2 cos alpha will be equal to 1. Correct. 2 cos alpha is equal to 1 means cos alpha is 1 upon 2. Correct. 2 will come right side. So it will become 1 upon 2, and 1 upon 2 means cos 60 degree. Cos 60 degree is 1 upon 2. So cos 60 degree means cos pi upon 3. 60 degrees pi upon 3 radian. So I will write in radian. So cos alpha is equal to pi upon 3. So alpha is equal to pi upon 3 radian. Correct? So alpha is equal to pi upon 3. This will be our answer. Okay? So I hope you understood the steps. Okay? Now we'll move to the next question. Question number 17. So what is question number 17? Question number 17 is find the equation of the line joining A 1, 2 and B 3, 6 using determinants. So using determinants we have to find the equation of the line. Equation of the line which joins these 2 points. Correct? Means if I will draw a rough figure, then there are 2 points A given as 1, 2 and B given as 3, 6. We have to find the equation of this line AB. Correct? Using determinant method. Okay? So I will take any other point as a variable. Correct? Suppose I took point C. Point C I took x, y on this line. So if I will take point C on this line, then these 3 points will be collinear. And we know if 3 points are collinear, if these 3 points are collinear, means if these 3 points will make a triangle, so area of triangle will be 0. We studied this concept also. Correct? So any general point I took, so you will write, if you want you can write, let's see x, y is any general point on the line AB. So then in this case area of triangle ABC, if I will tell that these 3 points are making a triangle, so area will be 0. I told you how. Correct? I will explain again. Suppose these 3 points are ABC. If these 3 points are becoming, now it is a triangle. This 3 point is forming a triangle. Now if these 3 points will become collinear, then area will become 0. If 3 points will become collinear, then area will be 0. Correct? This is the situation. Okay? So that's why I'm telling that area of this triangle, if these 3 points are making a triangle, then area of this triangle will be 0. Correct? So area of triangle is 0, and area of triangle, to find the area of triangle, formula we know. Correct? Formula we know. What is the formula of area of triangle? Half, in previous video I discussed, half x1 y1 1. So x1 y1 means any point you can take 1, 2, 1. So 1, 2, 1. x2 y2 1. So x2 y2 you can take as xy. So x y 1, x y 1. Correct? And x3 y3 1 means 3, 6, 1. 3, 6, 1. Correct? Will be 0. I hope you understood this. What I told if this is the triangle, in determinant you have studied. Correct? In previous video also I explained. Correct? If this is the triangle, then formula in determinant that area of this triangle will be half x1 y1 1, x2 y2 1, x3 y3 1. This is the formula. Okay, so just I used the formula and I wrote this. Correct? If these 3 points are making a triangle, then x1 y1 1, x2 y2 1, x3 y3 1. Correct? So just that I wrote. Okay, so I hope you understood. Okay, if you have not understood, then refer the previous video. Okay, the previous part of this video. Okay, then now half, I will solve this. This is determinant only. So determinant means I will simplify. So half, if I will take this half, okay, I will solve. Okay, 1, I am expanding through first row. Okay, so a y minus 6. I hope you understood how to find the determinant value. Okay, so I'm not going in that again. Plus 1, I'm finding directly, you will calculate by yourself. Okay, so this will be 0, correct? So this 1 upon 2 will go right side, then 0 into 2 will become 0. So I am erasing this, correct? So just I will write directly by, because this 1 upon 2 now, so this will go right side. So right side will go then 0 into 2, and 0 into 2 is nothing but 0 only, correct? So this will become 0. So 1 into y minus 6 will be y minus 6 only. I am expanding the bracket. Minus 2 into x will be minus 2x, and minus 2 into minus 3, so minus plus 2 into 3, 6, plus 6, correct? And this also 1 into 6x will be 6x, and 1 into 3y will be minus 3y. This will be 0, correct? Now I will simplify. So this will become y with y, so y minus 3y will become minus 2y, and this minus 2x plus 6x will become 4x. Y I am adding with y, x with x, and constant with constant, so minus 6 plus 6, so this will cancel. So minus 6 plus 6 will become 0. So 2y is equal to 4x, correct? Or you can write 2y is equal to 4x, correct? Or you can write 2 2s are, so y is equal to 2x, y is equal to 2x, and this will be your required equation of line. The question is asking the equation of line, so this will be the equation of line. So you will write y is equal to 2x. So last statement you will write this is the required equation of line AB. Okay, after this you will write this statement, correct? Y is equal to 2x. This is the required equation of the line AB, correct? That will be your answer. So I hope you understood the concept. Okay, now the next question number 18. Find the value of k. In this question we have to find the value of k if area of the triangle is square units and the vertices, correct? So question is saying that there is a triangle. Suppose this is a triangle, correct? In this triangle vertices are given k comma 0. So suppose I am telling name A, B, C. This A point is given as k comma 0. This B point is given as 4 comma 0, and this C point is given as 0 comma 2, correct? So these 3 points are given, and area of triangle is given as 4 units. So area of triangle using the formula we'll find. Just now we discussed area of triangle will be half x1 y1. So x1 y1 means k comma 0 comma k0 1. x2 y2 1 means 4 0 1. So 4 0 1, correct? And third point is 0 comma 2. So 0 2 1 according to formula. This is the area, correct? And this area is given as 4, and using that equation we will find the value of k. Okay, so first I am finding the area, then I will equate that area with 4. Okay, so first I am calculating this. So area of triangle half, I will expand through this R1, correct? So k, if I will expand, then 0 minus 2. If I will expand, then this row, this column will go, then 0 into 1 will be 0, minus 1 into 2 will be 2. So 0 minus 2, correct? 0 minus 2, correct? And this will be minus 0. So 0 I am not taking, because 0 into something will be 0, correct? So this I am not taking. Plus 1. So plus 1, correct? So 1 means this row and this column will go. So 4 into 2, 8 minus 0, correct? So 8 minus 0. So I will write 8 minus 0. Okay, if I will calculate, simplify this, then half k into 2 will be minus 2k, and plus 8 into 0, 8. I will take this mod. Why? Because this can give you two values, correct? This value will be always positive. So minus 2k plus 8. This is the area we found using formula. Correct. Now, according to question, this area is given as 4 units, 4 square units. So given in the question, given area of triangle is 4, correct? Or area of triangle according to formula we found half minus 2k plus 8. Half minus 2k plus 8 is equal to 4, correct? Or this 2 will go right side, cross multiplication. So mod of minus 2k plus 8, so 2 into 4 will become 8. 4 into 2 will become 8. I am writing directly, correct? Okay. So since this is mod, so mod will give two values, correct? So I will write minus 2k plus 8 will be equal to plus minus 8, correct? Two values will be there because this will be always positive. So mod will give two values. Minus 2k plus 8 is equal to plus minus 8. So one time you will take positive value, then you will solve. So if minus 2k plus 8 is equal to 8, positive value, if, correct? So first I will calculate this. So if minus 2k plus 8 is equal to 8, then minus 2k will be 8 minus 8, 8 will come right side, 0, correct? In this way, you will calculate k is equal to 0, 0 upon minus 2 will be 0, correct? So if I am taking positive value, then I am getting 0. If minus 2k plus 8 is equal to minus 8, I will take the negative value, correct? So if minus 2k plus 8 is minus 8, so minus 2k, 8 will go right side, so minus 8 minus 8, this 8 will go right side, so plus will become minus, so minus 8 will be minus 16, minus minus cancel, 2k is equal to 16 means k is equal to 16 upon 2, that will be 8, correct? 16 upon 2, that will be 8. So one value k is 0, one value is k equal to 8. So final answer you will write k is equal to 0 or 8, 0 or 8, correct? So this will be your answer, 0 or 8. So we have to find the value of k. So value of k is either 0 or 8, correct? Any value is possible. Okay. So now we'll move to the question number 19. What is the question number 19? If x into 2, 3, this is the matrix, y minus 1, 1 is equal to 10, 5, then find the value of x and y. This question is very easy. Just you have to simplify this and you have to solve. You will get two equations. So I am doing directly here. X into 2. So obviously if you will matrix multiplication, then x will multiply to each element. So x into 2 will be 2x and x into 3 will be 3x. So 2x, 3x plus similarly y into minus 1 will be minus y and y into 1 will be y. This is second matrix is equal to 10, 5 it is given. So if I will add the left side matrix, then it will be corresponding element will be added, 2x will be added with minus y, so 2x minus y, and 3x will be added with y, so 3x plus y, corresponding elements will get added, correct? And right side matrix is 10, 5. And if two matrices are equal, it means corresponding elements will be same, so 2x minus y is equal to 10. So from here I will get 2x minus y is equal to 10, correct? And from second element 3x plus y is equal to 5. So 3x plus y is equal to 5. These two things will get, these two equation will get. Now I will solve this two equations, two variable, two equation, and I will get the value of x and y. So how we can solve? In first equation, when you will see that 2x minus y in left side and 3x plus y. So if I will add these two simply, then left side minus y will be cancelled, correct? So what I am doing? I am doing equation 1 plus 2. So when I will do equation 1 plus 2, so left side will be will be added with left side. So 2x minus y plus 3x plus y. So 2x, or you can do like this also, correct, equal to 10, and the second equation is 3x plus y is equal to 5, correct. So if I will add, then minus y plus y will cancel in left side, and 2x plus 3x, 5x is in left side, and right side 10 plus 5, 15, correct. So I will simplify this. So x will be 15 upon 5. So 5 3s are, so it will be 3. So x value we got as 3. X value is 3. Now this x value I will put in any equation. Suppose in first equation I am putting the value of x, then I will get the value of y. So now I will simplify. Put x is equal to 3 in equation 1. In equation you can put. So I am putting in equation 1. So 2x minus y. So 2 into x. So 2 into a, in place of x I will write 3 minus y is equal to 10. Is equal to 10, correct. So 2 into 3 6 minus y is equal to 10, or minus y is equal to 10 and 6 will go that side, so minus 6. So 10 minus 6 4, and since minus y is equal to 4, so minus I will multiply both sides, so y is equal to minus 4, correct. So x is equal to 3 and y is equal to minus 4. That will be our answer. So answer will be x is equal to 3 and y is equal to minus 4. This will be our answer, correct. So I hope you understood this question. This was easy one. Okay. Now we'll move to the next question. That is question number 20. What is the question number 20? What is the question number 20? Question number 20 is, if x square plus xy plus y square is given as 100, so we have to find dy upon dx. We have to find dy upon dx, and this relation is given. So it is given that x square plus xy plus y square is equal to 100. Okay. So what we'll do? We'll differentiate both sides with respect to x. Since we have to find with respect to x, dy upon dx means derivative of y with respect to x. So what I will do? I will differentiate both sides with respect to x. So if I will differentiate both sides with respect to x, then derivative of with respect to x of left side. So left side is x square plus xy plus y square, and right side is derivative with respect to x of 100, correct. So left side, first I will use the algebra of derivative. I will find the derivative of each term separately, correct. Like derivative you can do directly also, okay, but I am doing in detail, correct. So derivative of second term plus derivative of third term, and right side derivative of constant term. I discussed many times that this derivative of any constant term will be 0. So derivative of 100 with respect to x will be 0. Now I will find the derivative. So x square derivative will be using the formula. Which formula? Basic formula, x to the power n, derivative is n into x to the power n minus 1. Correct. So using this formula you will write derivative of x square as 2x. I discussed many times, correct. So I will write directly derivative of x square as 2x, and then derivative of x into y. So here I will use u into v formula. What is the u into v formula? I am revising one more time to you people, that u into v, derivative u and v is a function of x, correct. So u into one time derivative of v, then u as it is, plus derivative of u, then v as it is, correct. Simple, correct. First function as it is, derivative of second function, plus second function as it is, derivative of first function. So here two terms are there, x into y. So x I will treat as u and y I will treat as v, correct? So plus I will find the derivative of that, then derivative of y x as it is, correct, x as it is, and derivative of y with respect to x, and second time y as it is and derivative of x with respect to x, correct? Okay, so this is done, this derivative is done, and after that y square derivative. So y square derivative will be 2y and y derivative will be dy upon dx using chain rule. Okay, so y square derivative will be 2y and then y derivative with respect to x will be dy upon dx. Okay, and right side is 0, correct? Now I think you understood till here. Okay, so now 2x. Now we have to find what we have to find. We have to find dy upon dx. So I will simplify. So x dy upon dx and plus y and dx upon dx will be 1. Dx upon dx will be 1, correct? So 1 plus this will be 2y dy upon dx. Now since we have to find dy upon dx, so I will separate the dy upon dx term. So two terms contains dy upon dx, this term and this term, so I will take that together. So what I am doing, dy upon dx I am taking common, so from first x and from second 2y, so x plus 2y, correct? And rest two terms I am sending in right side, so this will become minus 2x in right side and this y will become minus y in right side. So minus 2x minus y, I can take common, so minus I can take common 2x plus y, correct? And now since we have to find dy upon dx, so this term is in multiplication, so I will send that in right side, so that will go in division. So I can say dy upon dx is equal to minus 2x plus y divided by, this term will go in division right side, so x plus 2y. This will be our final answer. Dy upon dx we have to find, so this will be our dy upon dx value, correct? So I hope you understood, correct? Okay, now we'll move to the next question, question number 21. This is also similar type of question only. The function is given and we have to find dy upon dx. So similarly, this is given, so I will differentiate both sides with respect to x. So differentiate both sides with respect to x, both sides with respect to x. So if I will differentiate both sides, so left side derivative will be derivative of left side, so I am doing separately each term, correct? I am skipping one step. You can skip one step in exam if you are comfortable, correct? So I am skipping, correct, because left side derivative and right side derivative, so ultimately you will get, I skipped one step, that's it, because in previous question I explained in detail, correct? So here a is constant, so a will come outside and derivative of x with respect to x will be 1, so derivative of x will be a, correct? Plus here also b, so b constant, so b will come outside and then derivative of y square with respect to x will be 2y, y square derivative will be 2y and y derivative with respect to x will be dy upon dx using chain rule. Here also derivative of cos y, so cos derivative is minus sign, so minus sign and y, in place of x it is y, so you will write y and then y derivative with respect to x will be dy upon dx. I explained many times, correct, this type of things, correct, many videos are there. Okay, now what we have to find, we have to find dy upon dx. So what I will do, I will take dy upon dx term one side, so this term I will bring in left side, correct, because two terms containing dy upon dx, this term and this term, so both I will bring in left side, okay, and this a I will send it to right side, okay. So left side is b into 2y, I will write as 2by, okay, 2vy and dy upon dx, correct, and this term I am bringing in left side, so minus will become plus, so plus sin y dy upon dx plus sin y dy upon dx, and this a I am sending to right side, so this a will become minus a in right side, so this will become minus a, correct. Now in these two terms dy and upon dx, dy upon dx is common, so dy upon dx I will take common, so from first 2by plus sin y, from first 2by and plus second one sin y, correct. So this is equal to minus a, and since we have to find dy upon dx, so this term is in multiplication, I will send right side, that will go in division, so I can write dy upon dx as minus a divided by 2by plus sin y, correct. So this will be our final answer, correct. You can solve similar question like that, correct. So if I will take one similar question, correct. So I hope you understood this. So one question I will take here, I am erasing this. So simple question, if it is given that 2x plus 3y is equal to cos x, then you have to find dy upon dx. This type of question can come. One question is sure shot you will get this type, but data cannot be same, so you have to practice multiple questions, correct. So 2x plus 3y is equal to cos x, and you have to find dy upon dx. So same, you will do derivative both sides. So when you will derive both sides, so left side derivative will be d upon dx of 2x and plus derivative of 3y, and right side derivative is cos x with respect to x. So when you will derive, then 2 is constant, 2 will come outside, and x derivative with respect to x will be 1, so 2 only, plus 3 is constant and dy upon dx, and right side is cos x, so cos x derivative is minus sin x, and you have to find dy upon dx, so only one term dy upon dx, so that I will keep left side, and rest every term I will send right side. So 2 I will send right side, so it will become minus sin x minus 2, so minus you can take common, so sin x plus 2, correct, and this side 3, so this 3 will go right side, so it will become by 3, correct. So this will be your answer, okay. So this type of question can come, okay. I hope you understood. Now we'll move to next question, that is question number 22. What is the question? Question is x is equal to 40. X is equal to 40 and y is equal to 4 upon t is given, then we have to find dy upon dx. In previous question, one equation was given, but here x is given as a function of t and y is given as a function of t, correct. So what I will do, I will find first dx upon dt, and here I will find dy upon dt, means derivative with respect to t. So dx upon dt will find first, and then I will find dy upon dt, correct, and after that I will find dy upon dx. It means it will be dy upon dt divided by dx upon dt. I discussed earlier also, correct. So this I will do, correct. Now, so I am starting the solution one by one. So x is given as 4t. So first I will find dx upon dt. So dx upon dt will be d upon dt, and in place of x you will write 4t. So in the same way you will do, 4 is constant and t derivative with respect to t will be 1, so it will be 4 only, correct. So dx upon dt we got as 4. Now similarly y is given as 4 upon t. So 4 upon t I can write as 4 into t to the power minus 1, because I told, correct, because in algebra x to the power n formula you will use, so x to the power n form I will make. So 4 upon t I can write as 4 into t to the power minus 1. Now I will find dy upon dt. So dy upon dt means 4 is constant, so 4 I am taking outside, and derivative of t to the power minus 1, and derivative of t to the power minus 1, using the formula you will write 4 n means minus 1, and t to the power n minus 1, n means minus 1, so n minus 1, correct. So it will be 4 into minus 1 will be minus 4, and t minus 1 is minus 2, correct? So it will be minus 4 t to the power minus 2. This is your dy upon dt, and this is dx upon dt. So now we'll find dy upon dx. So dy upon dx will be nothing but dy upon dt divided by dx upon dt, correct? Okay, and dy upon dt value just now we found minus 4 t to the power minus 2. Minus 4 t to the power minus 2. If you are not understanding, means you are not following the video properly. Okay, you are not going in sequence. So please go in sequence. First complete the videos I have provided, then come to here, correct? If you will jump here and there, then you will not understand anything. Okay, so dx upon dt is 4, because study, if you will do in sequence, then only you will understand. Okay, so now if I will simplify, then 4 will cancel. It will be minus t to the power minus 2, correct? So minus and t to the power minus 2 you can write as 1 upon t square. So this will be your final answer, minus 1 upon t square. This will be your final answer, correct? So I hope you understood, correct? I explained many times this type of things. Okay, so now I will take one similar question. So what is the similar question? If x is given as 8t square and y is given as 2at, then find dy upon dx. You try by yourself, correct? You try by yourself. So x is equal to 8t square, y is given as 2at, you have to find dy upon dx. So it is dx upon dt. I am doing fast, you will try by yourself. Okay, this is a similar. First I will find derivative of x with respect to t. So a is constant, so a and t square derivative will be 2t, correct? So dx upon dt you will get as 2at, and now y is given as 2at, so I will find dy upon dt. So dy upon dt will be 2a is constant, so 2a, and t derivative with respect to t will be 1 only, so 2a. So now I will find dy upon dx. So dy upon dx will be nothing but dy upon dt divided by dx upon dt. So dy upon dt means 2a, and dx upon dt we found as 2at. So if you will do, then 2 cancel, a cancel, 1 upon t, that will be your answer, correct? So this is not tough. If you are not understanding, means you are not following the videos properly, correct? Okay, now we'll come to the next question. Question number 23. What is the question number 23? Differentiate log of log x to the base 7 with respect to x. Okay, so this is nothing but log x only. Okay, so we'll use the chain rule. So see this question carefully. Log of log x to the base 7, correct? This is the question. Now what I will do, I will change the base, correct? What is the meaning of change of base? If log a to the base b is given, then I can write as log a upon log b. This I can write. Log a, so a is up, then up, down, then down, correct? This is log a to the base b. So this is same. If I will treat this, not this as a, correct? Suppose this as a and this 7 as b. So this is same, log a to the base b, correct? So log a upon log b. So the same thing I will do, correct? So using this formula I can write this as, this is derivative. Okay, so derivative will be as it is, correct? So this inside portion I will write as log a upon log b. So I can write as log of log x, a is nothing but log x, divided by log b, b means log 7. So using this formula I wrote this, correct? Using this formula I wrote this. Now I will differentiate. So this log 7 is nothing but constant. So constant I can take outside. Log 7 will be constant, correct? Because 7 is constant, so log 7 will be constant. So 1 upon log 7 constant term I am taking outside, and then we have to find derivative of log x. Okay, and now we'll use chain rule, correct? So I will use chain rule. So if I will use chain rule, then first function is log, treat this as x, correct? So log x derivative will be, log x derivative is 1 upon x, correct? So 1 upon x, you will treat this as x, so 1 upon x, correct? So 1 upon x means this log 7 will be log 7 as it is, correct? So 1 upon log 7 I will write as it is, correct? And this 1 log x will become 1 upon x. So 1 upon x, x means log x, correct? So first function derivative is done, this is done. So now I will do the second function as this function, this log, correct? So log x derivative will be, second function is, this is done, and second function is log x. So log x derivative will be 1 upon x. So you will write 1 upon x. This is your derivative, simple. Now write in arranged way, this will be your answer. So 1 upon x log 7 log x, this will be your answer, correct? This will be your answer. So see 1 or 2 times, then you will understand carefully. This is not tough. I explained the formulas also, correct? So now we'll move to the next question. That is question number 24. Differentiate sine cos of x square with respect to x. So this is also using the chain rule, and chain rule is like, without chain rule you cannot solve even a single question in different derivative, correct? So this is our, correct? So just you have to do one by one, from left to right you will go. So first function is sine, so inside the thing you will take as x. So sine x derivative is cos x. So first function is sine, so you will write cos, and whatever the inside that you will write cos x, right? So x instead of x it is cos x square, so you will write as it is, correct? Now this function is done, first function is done, second function is cos. So cos derivative will be, this treat as x, so cos x derivative is minus sin x, so you will write minus sin and x, but it is not x, it is x square, so you will write x square, correct? Second is done, third function is x square, so x square derivative is 2x, correct? X square derivative is 2x. So just you will arrange this, correct? So first I will write simplest function 2x minus 2x, so I will write minus 2x. Then simpler function is sin x square, so first I will write sin x square, and then cos of cos x square, cos of cos x square. Okay, so this will be our answer using the chain rule, correct? Now we'll come to the question number 25. This is the last question of this video. Okay, where it went? Question number 25. Differentiate x to the power sin x with respect to x. So we have to differentiate this function x to the power sin x. So first I am assuming this function is y is equal to x to the power sin x. Okay, this is the last question of this video. Okay, so x to the power sin x. So ultimately we have to find derivative of this y with respect to x. It means we have to find dy upon dx, okay? So now we'll do, but we cannot find directly. We'll use the log because this is power thing. So take log both side, correct? So when I will take log both sides, so left side is log of y and right side is log of x to the power sin x, and power, then it will come using this formula. Which formula? Log x to the power y, or a to the power b, or a to the power m. Correct? A to the power m will be m log a. Correct? This is the logarithmic formula. Correct? So using this formula, you will write this as, this is m. Correct? M, in place of m it is sin x, so sin x into log x, sin x into log x. Correct? So using this formula you did this. Correct? Now this is taking log. Now I will differentiate both sides. To differentiate both sides with respect to x, differentiate both sides with respect to x. So both sides with respect to x. So if you will differentiate, then left side derivative with respect to x. So I will write one more time, d upon dx of log y. Correct? And right side will be derivative of sin x into log x. Sin x into log x. When you will see carefully, then left side is log derivative log y. So log y derivative is 1 upon y, and y derivative with respect to x will be dy upon dx. And right side, if you will see, this is two functions, u into v. Correct? U into v form. Correct? This is u and this is v. So u into v formula just now I discussed. Correct? So I will solve this. So first function as it is, sin x as it is, derivative of second function, derivative of, can I write directly? I will write directly. Correct? Derivative of second function. So derivative of log x will be 1 upon x. 1 upon x means sin x upon x, plus log x as it is, and derivative of sin x. Derivative of sin x will be cos x. Correct? So now, correct? So it is dy upon dx. If you want to simplify, you can simplify a little bit. Correct? Right side, if I will take LCM as x, then it will be sin x plus x log x cos x. Correct? And since we have to find dy upon dx, we have to find derivative of this, which means derivative of y with respect to x, dy upon dx. So dy upon dx, y is this side. Correct? 1 upon y. Sorry, this is 1. This was 1 upon y. I wrote mistakenly 1. Y. So 1 upon y means if cross multiplication, then this y will multiply to right side. So I can write here as only. We will write in. So y will come here. So y. Correct? And y value is nothing but x to the power sin x. Correct? So y value I will replace with x to the power sin x. Okay? So this will be your answer, final answer. Correct? So this was the question. So I hope you understood. If any doubt, you can ask in the comment box. I will try to include that dot in next video. Okay?